Hello. So this is a quick walkthrough of what I have done for a parasite cleanse for not only me, but my little kids. I have researched so many things, and every book didn't even have anything on wormwood. If you Google it, it just says it's not safe. And I know that's not true because I know who runs Google, right? So went through naturopathic offices or health food stores and scavenged whatever book I could find. Still, not much. So here's what I've come up with, and just in using it, black walnut, wormwood, and clove kill almost every single parasite. And I got this book. I love this book. I will send you a free download of this when you sign up for our newsletter. So let me know and I can get that to you. But in there, she talks about there's only a couple that it doesn't work on. And I don't even think it doesn't work on them. It's just that and then something else. Okay. But every stage, every, um, like the adult's larva and eggs, every stage, every cycle, all of that. And when you use it, so far, the only downside that I have seen is that when you have too much, you will get diarrhea or loose stools like you would if you took too much vitamin C. So then you find where that is and back it off a little bit. Doing the same thing for my 1-year-old. Okay. So parasites, why do you need to clean them out? How do they work? Here's a very, very quick overview and has changed my life, not only mine, but my children's. So parasites hide behind, and then they're there for a reason. They're there to keep your body alive. They mop up the forever chemicals, the microplastics, the heavy metals and toxins that your body cannot get rid of without help. So, and then they hide behind it. They make a cocoon out of it and hide behind it. So, without even realizing it, I stumbled across this version of zeolite, and I will also send you a link. And I can give you all the back information that I've got on it as well. I am not here to gatekeep. I literally am here to share everything I know because it has changed my life and my family's lives so much. But stumbled across zeolite and started giving it to my babies. Like I started taking it because I was getting my period every 2 weeks when other people were choosing to get, jabbed. And I'm a hairstylist and I work on them. So I had horrible hormone imbalances. And I was just like, yeah, this isn't right that your choice can mess up my life. Stumbled across zeolite, totally worked for that. Fast forward a couple years, now I have a baby at a week old, was home for a week. At a week old, lifeless, went to NICU. In NICU, obviously, everything they're surrounded with is like everything that I live to not embody, right? So at 8 months old, he's rolling over and sitting, but he's not crawling. And my 6 month old, my older son at 6 months old was crawling and already trying to walk and walking around furniture. And I was like, something's off. Started looking into it again, came up with zeolite. Zeolite pulls heavy metals and essentially anything that your body does not need pulls it out of your body, and it is active volcanic ash. Okay. Super cool stuff. Started giving it to him within a week. He was walking, or within a week, he was crawling. Within 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, he was walking around all of our furniture. And within 3 weeks, was legit, like standing up and walking with no help. Totally night and day different kid, but just going to show you how much you can absorb toxin wise in a week at the hospital. Okay. Then he's playing outside, he's eating sand, he's doing all these things, and he's getting rashes all over his body. And I noticed every time I gave him zeolite, it would subside. I then figured out it was what was in our water. So it's pulling things that are in our water out of his body. So if he took a bath, he would be covered a couple days later in really dry, scaly, not eczema, but that's what most people would call it as, or psoriasis. But it's all that all is from heavy metals, come to find out. Okay, so this stuff kicks butt. Parasites live on this. They cocoon themselves in it, so you need to have something to uncocoon them to make them accessible. They're not just going to wait around for you to kill them, right? So then I started looking into little things for parasite cleanses for children, and everything was like $40 a bottle. And yeah, it's just it's sold to kids. So because it's sold to kids, the price will always be more. I started researching. I came up with wormwood, black or green black walnut holes, and clove kill again every single stage. So I was digging and I found this. I will also send you a link. This is all of them combined plus other things. The more I have learned, and I guess I started giving it to him because I was just noticing things in his behavior that were changing. And I started researching, and it was all come back to parasites. Okay, so grinding teeth. And I was like, okay, this has got to do something. And he's playing it in sand, he's eating it. We have animals. He's walking around outside with no shoes on. Like all this adds up, right? This stuff is life changing. And you can literally shake it and after reading a little blip, and you can see I've got like markers in here because this is such a good book. And you can't just sit down and read the whole thing because I'm a mom, right? So I'm like flipping through, I'm reading something, and I'm like, ooh, good to know. But refrigerate it and it stays more potent longer. Okay. So I've been doing this like one, and if they're small, small, do shake it up and do a squirt in their bottle at night. And I've been doing one of these at night. You're going to use this for 2 to 3 months prior to starting this. The reason being, you need to get the heavy metals out. You need to get that stuff flowing so your body can properly detox to then be able to go in and kill. When you start this, you want to do this on a full moon because that is when parasites are most active. You can read all over, you can find this. But I didn't know any of this. I just started in and it worked. And then I started as I'm tweaking it for round 2, round 3. And we're talking like months ago. Okay. Now we're currently doing it. And I was doing this to pull heavy metals out again consistently for a few weeks. And then I started in on this over a full moon. And like people that don't know that they have parasites, literally every D word, every C word comes from parasites. It is so cool. We can control what our bodies do by what we put in it. It's not being taught because, again, it doesn't make money, right? So I can send you a link for this. I think 3 bottles is 34 something dollars. These guys are between $12 and $18 a bottle, depending on how many you buy. If you're buying more than 12, they're 12 bucks each. Life's changing. I'm not lying. Also, as I've read, I've learned fulvic acid is a natural remineralizer. And I am also giving sea moss. I started giving sea moss to him in a powder form and mixing it in his bottle. And so now his bottle consists of a protein shake. So I'm gonna fast forward a minute, and you're gonna clean out, right? But what can you do to rebuild? Because you will need to rebuild with minerals and stuff while your body's cleaning out. Like you gotta have something to replace the junk because essentially if you think of cells and you take a little chunk of a hole out, if something doesn't fill that little hole, the nutrient that it needs, it's going to attract other junk that you just pulled out because it's in our foods and our body, it's flowing through our bodies, right? So this is absolutely amazing. This is a gentle cleanse from Orbon, and it's super easy. You should not have to run to the bathroom consistently. Slow in, slow out. It is so mild that I will actually have mixed it and have given small doses to the kids through this process too. Because same, their little livers and kidneys, they can't keep up with what is around us and being bombarded us on a daily basis. This is a great probiotic, backwards, sorry. Also through Arbonne. I'll send you the link. This guy has 13 probiotics. It also has prebiotics and digestive enzymes. And the way it is formulated, it withstands your stomach acid. So it actually gets down to where it needs and then repopulates. For littles, I'm just taking this, and instead of a whole packet, I'm using like a quarter to a half, depending on what is going on. But so many life symptoms come back to probiotics, okay? If you are somebody that loves greens, and these are in really easy to use packets so you can travel with them. But if you're somebody that loves greens, they have taken this and combined it with greens and hair, skin, and nails. This is a stellar all-in-one product and it's in a packet. It's so easy. On the go. You don't have to refrigerate them. Absolute best part. I you'll see this on a website. You'll see this, someone maybe sent it to you, but you can go to the website. I am building out multiple pages for multiple different kinds of issues that I have lived through and I personally have walked and coached other people through on a daily basis. So the website will be graceberight.com and you can just click on the page for if you are pregnant and you're having morning sickness, if you are post-pregnancy, you're trying to keep milk supply up, you're trying to stay healthy with food, your baby has colic, your babies have growing pains. Like I'm just going to tag products, and not all of them will be Arbonne, although I do stand behind their brand because of the research and development that they put into their products and the cleanliness, and they deliver, and you get a guarantee. It's a no-brainer. But you will on this website, you'll see other things that I use that work in amongst these little life tips, nutrition hacks, things like that. There's going to be a place on there for recipes if you want to learn how to eat cleaner and you just are not even sure where to start. There'll be a place on there for that. There's also going to be a walkthrough of healthy living, healthy habits, a 7-day reset, so many things, and just showing you how to swap cleaner products because all the heavy metals that are in all the things that are being sold to us as nutrition Arbonne tests for. So you will see that those products a lot, like their essential meal protein shake. I absolutely love, love, love this. I'll show you how to make protein bars out of it. Uh, Everybody's told me that if something happens to me, then that's what they're going to live on at my house. But you can see them behind me in for a healthy swap for coffee or anything with caffeine. It gives me the jitters, just 1 cup if I don't have enough protein with it. And normally that's not when you're drinking coffee, although I love the smell of it. I will use Arbonne's Fizz Sticks. And again, they're in little packets. I have a box here. They're in little packets like this. So they're easy to travel with. And it's powder. You just put it in water, but they're full of B vitamins and rhodiola, guarana, green tea, things that your body's actually missing. Something also along this whole line that I had no idea the first time I ever did a healthy living, followed it all the way through in 2012, was that, and I knew that things could not, disease lives in acidic environments. Every single Arbonne product is bringing you back to alkalinity and helping your body reduce inflammation. Is it huge? Yes. Do most people know that? No. Do most people know where to start? No. This is giving you a comprehensive, super easy walkthrough how to get healthy habits in place and what to replace things with and how to do it and also save money. So I hope this helps. However, again, you got this. You can go to the website and you will notice that it's down, getting updated, whatever, but it will be up and running. And again, for your free book, add yourself to the mailing list and I will send you a free download copy of this. And you guys, if there's something else you have questions over, can you just send a message and ask? I love, love, love helping people because we were not meant to live sick. We were meant to live full out on purpose with intention for the calling God put on our life. Let me help you do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps.